How you doing? All right. My topic for today is men need to be careful because children will spend money on their mothers, not their fathers. No matter what, same very high day, my darling. No matter what happens, no matter how good a father you are, unless their mom was a horrible mother. Even children with an average mother and a good father will spend more money on their mother than their father. Some people will tell you they will spend equally. Is a lie. Is a lie. Most children, I'm talking about 95% of children, will always end up spending more money on their mothers than their fathers. So, fathers, you owe it to yourself to take care of yourself. If not, you become bitter in old age. And let me tell you, unless you are Michael Denuga or Aliko Dangote, all parents in old age are treated like children. God bless you, Murphy. All parents are treated like children. So when I say parents should stop collecting money from their children in old age, it looks like I don't want the parent to enjoy. Once person don't begin to give you money, now you go begin to dictate your life. Oh. The reason why I cannot dictate my mother's life is because I don't give her money. I cannot tell my mother what to do. My mother does what she wants to do. Me and my mom and children will agree, say, this is what we want our mother to do. And our mother will wake up and buy aeroplane ticket and go where she wants to go. And there's nothing you can do about it. Imagine we had to give her the money for it. Think about it. Imagine my mother needed something and needed to ask us. No matter, please share the video. I'm having problem with my distribution on Instagram. Share the video with people. Share the video. So back to what I was saying. Imagine my mother was on allowance from her children. If she say her motor spoil, everybody go sit down and say, okay, oh, she needs 1 million naira. Me, I'll bring 200K. I'll bring 300K. I'll bring 50K. All of us go agree. Okay, end of month. Or, I don't have money this month, so let's take it June. Abi? I don't know if I'm making sense. But the moment she doesn't need anybody's money, she makes decisions on herself, for herself. So when I tell parents that in your own best interest, because no matter what parent you are, if you use my money, owó tí o sí, bàbá ẹnìkan ò lè ná, bàbá ẹnìkan ò dẹ̀ lè gbà. Now only as I did like this, if my papa call me saying need 1 million and I not get 1 million, I don't go sell my watch. I don't go sell my motor. Now any day the 1 million come, I go give him. Hello? Am I making sense to you? So no matter how much you love your parents, you work with your budget. So that is why when I tell parents that, look, stop looking to your kids for money. Because you might look at it as a good thing, but it will also rob you as a parent of your freedom. You go reach stage, children go decide, say you are too old to work, sit at home. And no matter how much you explain to them, they're not going to hear you. But you see, it gets very tricky with men. Sometimes women have a way of manipulating men to do things. You don't know, say, that abroad where you want to go send your pikin go school, your pocket no carry am, or he managed to carry am, but it will be a serious strain on your finances. You will live from hand to mouth. Omalicha 477 says, go and sleep, Daddy, please. Omalicha 477, I think you should reserve that advice for your mother who is still strolling up and down looking for customer on Allen Avenue. And when she finishes that her kobo business, if they give your mother 200 naira to bench, she'll give them 120 naira change. Because she's currently doing bug off. She will still come to Sanusi Fafuma and sell round 2. If not for the fact that what shake pay for, if not for the fact that you are no lori buruku. Now your quick you take think for Boronu. What would bring you to my life to come and make such a dumb statement? Oloshi. Omali Chako. Iyali Chani. If I ever see you on this platform again, if can I please continue? If you don't address them like that, they go think say they get sense. So, like I was saying, sometimes as a man, you think you are the one making the decision. Meanwhile, no be you they make the decision. Now your wife they make the decision. But she could just bring them under like say now your decision or now two of una decision. And sometimes it will rob you of a lot of things you could have done for yourself with finances. Let me explain something to you. Most children are closer to their moms. So the child will go and meet the mother and said, Mommy, I don't want to school in Nigeria. I want to school abroad. Then the child will say, tell your daddy. Then the mother will say, tell your daddy. Then the child will say, I've already told him. He said, no, that he doesn't have money. Then the mother will say, don't mind him, he has money. Just anytime you bring it up, I'll be there. Do you know that psychologically, despite the fact that it is the child that paid for that abroad school, the child will always believe that it was the mother that made the father pay for it. So little things you do, your mother gets credit for it unconsciously. My own case was different. My mother single-handedly raised me from university onwards because me, I quarrel with my papa. I say I no go do medicine. I say I no go mosque. All the things wey my papa say make I do, I say I no go do any. So me and my papa quarrel. So my mama been raised me. But if to say I been hear word, I for collect money from my papa. But my question then was, the people wey hear word from my papa, where they did today, and how much he give them. You know, as a small pikin, I dey reason things beyond where people they reason now. So I think about time. I say, okay, if I begin listen to this, my papa, he no understand my pattern. He go guide me for his own pattern, and I no go succeed. So many of the things that you think your mother did, unless you know for sure that it was your mother that did it, many of them now your papa did inside. Look at all these musicians. How many of them buy car for their papa? How many of them buy car for their papa? Someone say plan B for your children, or they will revolt when they can't find job easily. Why would my child revolt against me? My pikin don't know where they get scholarship. Let me tell you, let me break something down to you. If you finish from a top Nigerian university with a first class, abroad scholarship is like this. Two of my sisters went to school abroad on scholarship. One part scholarship, the other one full scholarship. So I tell my children, if you want to go to school abroad, you better have a first class and sort yourself out. I'm not gonna sort you out. I'm not gonna give you medicine inside your lobster shell to make it comfortable for you. You have to break out of your comfort zone. My father went to university abroad. My father no send me go university. He don't understand how. He read him book, go do scholarship exam. He pass. They carry on. One boy for Free Nation. What we bought for him was tickets. He just got a scholarship. If you follow us, Free Nation prayer meeting. If you follow Free Nation prayer meeting, one boy just wins scholarship. We just Henry the Great now buying tickets. Or now saying go buying tickets to go and study abroad. Ada Blessing got scholarship. So how I go born picking, where go they wait to make me I pay school fees abroad? You are not yet ready. You are not yet ready. If you know if you get full scholarship, come and show me a part scholarship. I will work with you. But that you are sitting down. I will buy your ticket to travel. I will pay your rent abroad. I will send you feeding money. And I will pay your tuition. I reject it. God forbid. Now, why born? Are you that lazy that I have to butter you up all the way? And they push my children. Oh, you like abroad, Abi? Very good. Get a first class. If you get a first class in a good course in Nigeria, abroad is like this. Canada still they find people. USA still they find people. Then all those European countries, those ones are the ones I even like. Hungary, Netherlands. If you know how many scholarship they get. And all those countries, their passport strong pass American passport. Someone say, I pray don't regret this, sir. Don't worry. I've never regretted anything I did in my life, ever. Sweden, person say you go regret. Because now lazy, you go school, carry two come. Baba, they go butter you till you buy. Olodonier now. What are you going to do in school if you have tutu? Like me, I have tutu in school. What am I doing in school? Waiting concern me with school. Now I put head for radio, media, all the things where I sabi. Now I do. Pikin we get tutu for school, not get business for school. I lie. Okay, Canada not fine. The whole of it. As in, we just send person go hungry for my prayer meeting. Henry the Great, I lie. At least anybody will join us for prayer meeting knows about this story. It never reached 2 weeks. Henry the Great, I lie. Henry the Great day here. He was there in prayer meeting that day. The boy brought a full scholarship. Jacob, God bless you. Henry the Great, don't mention it. Shukwa was there. God bless you. He brought a full scholarship. Nigeria was supposed to pay his plane ticket. Nigeria no agree paying plane ticket. Now he run come meet us for church. Say, church, help me. Now Henry the Great help him. Do you know what it is to get a full scholarship? He was even supposed to get allowance from the Nigerian government. Nigerian government being Nigerian government, they mess him up. No be person picking be that. Why is my own child the mugu of the see? Life no hard though. Me, I don't believe in book in my life. I don't believe in them. I never believed in book from when I was small. I know say this life will go enter them and we will figure them out. So I never quarreled with my parents that they did not send me abroad to go to school. Why would I quarrel with them? The school where I go for Nigeria, I agree go. Now I want to use big money go. Even me, I don't go allow my parents send me go school abroad because I know say now waste they want waste their money. Somebody say many ladies they do abortion and boys on substance. Ladies on drug, they dey America, they dey even Canada where they see their video. They dey everywhere. Now you train your pikin. Now how you train your pikin? Pikin wey go follow substance anywhere where in dey. May you know, make una no dey allow anybody dey wind una. Me, I don't talk and I stand on my ground. Oh, okay, talk about Canada. And I will stand on my ground because I've seen a generation of children that expect their parents to do everything for them. I started work when I was 19. By the time I finished university at 25 or 24, I had worked for 5 years. I had 5 years working experience. Of course, at that time, my mother was supporting me. You understand? Now, uni I did. My ex gave birth to my first son just before I turned 25. I was 24. He was born in March. I was born in May. So I was still 24 when I had my first son. And from the time my mother gave birth to my first son till for about 10 years, I don't collect 1 naira from my mama. I hustle am as I feel hustle am. My mother will always call and ask, do you need money? And I'll say no. Now, these children, I had this problem with one of my daughters. She says she wants to go abroad. I tell her, say, abroad, now nursing they sell. She said, no, she want to do another course. If you graduate as a nurse in Nigeria, you will get a job abroad. You will not look hard. Finish with a good grade. Right now, I was still talking to a friend of mine today in America. She said if she loses her job today as a nurse, she will get another job today. You know, go reach tomorrow. So when you sit down and you tell your children what the world is looking for currently, and they tell you, say, now waiting them want do, now be this. Me, I just tell them, say, shey you know, say this work where you they find, this work where you want go do, the opportunity no many like nursing. I was talking to a nurse. She said she left Canada. Today, now they get that conversation. Say she left Canada. That sometimes you lose your job for Canada, you fit do 6 months before you get another one. But for America, if you lose your job today, night no go fall. If you lose your job for afternoon, before evening, you don't get another work. So if I have a child that is looking towards America, I go advise them waiting they work for America. But here's the problem with today's children. Today pikin want to do waiting in one do, in get passion for, and I go tell her say, well, my mom not to send you to university, and I to advise you how to get good grades so that you can do scholarship. I'm not in a hurry to send anybody abroad. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is okay. If your papa and your mama get a house, you are not going to be roaming on the streets. And me, I know to they stress children. My daughter the other day said she wants to go clubbing. The day when me and my wife like to watch movie. And anytime she comes from the club, she will take picture of us sleeping. Me, I no go wear shirt. My wife could just sleep anyhow. Me, I could just sleep anyhow. She could just, I could only wear boxers. She can't take picture of us. Now I tell her, and she said she wants to come home with her friends. I say, come. You will come inside the house first and wake us. More wear clothes. More sit down, then go bring your friend. No carry your friend come when we not wear clothes too. So my children have fun. Nobody disturbs them. There's nobody putting you under pressure. Tech is a good thing. My children don't like tech. You get what they like. And they say now what they like, now they go do. To the glory of God, I did not come to this life to serve anybody. I came to this life to serve myself. And when I'm done serving myself, I will serve my wife. And when I'm done serving myself and my wife, anything will remain. Everybody else go chop up. I not carry children for head. And I'm giving that advice to you, man. Because God forbid if divorce should happen, children follow their mother. No matter how good a father you are, children follow their mother. All of you know. Number two, when children grow old, somebody just pop my money gun. Thank you so much. Make I appreciate time. It don't take since they pop my money gun. Angel TCP, thank you so much. Pop my money gun if you're watching on TikTok. So Bola, like, people still they answer that name, Bola. I think everybody don't change their name. Okay, no, nah. Bomo the Throne. Thank you very much. They pop my money gun today. Don't take since they pop my money gun. So anyway, let me bring people in. Let them say what's on their mind. If you agree with me, it's all well and good. If you disagree, still all well and good. J-Lo, baby. You know, one thing with women is women can be very, very emotional. And women think, especially when it comes to their children, women think with their emotions. "24 years old abroad is very independent than 24-year-old in Nigeria." Sometimes that independence might be the problem. I can afford to feed my children and house them. I don't need them to run into the world and figure the world out when they are not yet mature. Baby Freeze telling lesson teacher say he wants to go to primary 6, GSS 1, say no one do primary 6. Nah, tell her, say, Baba, the people will go GSS 1 from primary 4 when we were young, I don't see them for real world. That place where they rush go. That place where they rush go. I don't know where they rush go. I don't understand. Someone said that independence can be a problem, a big problem. A big problem. I like my children maturing. There's no rush. You see, I learned something in this life. There is no rush. I rushed into marriage and rushed out. At a point in time, people were looking at me that, you got married at 24? Wow. Those ones that got married at 35, they ended up doing it better than me that got married at 24. Everything in my life, I was either the right age or a little slow. I entered university 1 year late. But you see, that marriage, I jumped. Nobody was getting married when I was at 24. I don't know any man that got married at 24. Me, I married for 24. By 34, I was back in the singles market. 34, 35. I don't join. There are many things I wouldn't do with taste buds that I did with my ex. There are many things I wouldn't do with taste buds that I did with my ex. Somebody say, but everyone must not be like you. If you want to be different from me, no be on my below. I will train you according to how I perceive life to be. If you perceive life differently, then it has to be on your own bill. Now, which I get, now I go give you. And I no go advise any man at 24 to marry. I will any country in the world that you are at 24. You might have the money, you might have the house and the car, but you don't have the mental maturity. Let me tell you something. A woman will run you mad. John talking for life yesterday. He said, if you want marry wife, they go first give you goat, make you go train. So if you fit train that goat, we stubborn, then they will allow you marry. Woman go run you mad. Let me tell you, forget say man need to mature. Unless at that 24, you are marrying a 30-year-old woman. The ones that need maturity the most is not even the men, it's the women. A 24-year-old woman is more mature than a 24-year-old man, but still heavily immature. Heavily immature. If you at 24 as a man, the only way we approve you getting married is you are marrying a 32-year-old woman. The ideal marriage age, a man at 30 and a woman at 28. That's ideal. You can stretch it at 26 with a 29-year-old man. If you want to marry at 26, you cannot marry a man younger than you. Age is nothing but a number. You go carry 25. Oh, aye him a bajeni. But you see, as a man, if you must marry at 26, you must marry an older woman, or else your life will spoil. At 26, the ideal woman to marry is a 32-year-old woman. Maybe one we don't born one picking. Her head will don't come down. Forget, see, men are immature, but women are 10 times worse. So I know they agree my children saying I'm 24 years old. I get 24-year-old for house. As she did like this, she already married. I know if he settle fight. Now their grandma, they push them, say, when are you going to marry? They always clear them, hey, I don't want to hear marriage. You go come marry now, me go come they feed you and your husband. God forbid. Better wait in my house. I feed you. You are my responsibility. I will feed you. I cannot feed you, husband. Then you now start having picking. Then come and meet me that you don't have food for your baby. There's no rush. We're all gonna calm down and do the right way. Someone say age is not maturity. Agreed. But a 24-year-old man is never mature. There are some 30-year-old men that are not mature. But you see that 24, now problem you they find. Age is not maturity. But a 30-year-old is definitely going to be more mature than a 24-year-old. Then age maturity is just part of it too. You also have to have some level of money. You have to have some level of financial security. At least you and your wife don't go live inside my house, or you and your husband don't go live inside my house. I believe that if a man is old enough to be sexually active, he should be able to do it outside of my house. I don't mean that my son cannot carry his girlfriend for the weekend and bring her to my house and then bench her. No. But say you go dey live for my house and then girls go come dey visit you, go dey bench them. Na nonsense. Me, I no live for no be say I no get girl where they carry go my house, go do 2 weeks. And inside that 2 weeks, 1 or 2 go happen, we go arrange. But that I did my papa house, I spread different girls, they finally come. No. Somebody say I married at 29, it makes sense. I'm telling you. "29 is okay for a guy to marry. It's okay. Just don't marry 21 because they go run you fever. At 29, you can marry a 27, 26. At 26, marry an older woman. While they say we can't be young and wise, I'm telling you, you can be young and rich. But you can't be young and wise. Let me tell you something. When I was young, if I want to go club, I could just go. Now, I think I'm saying, if I want to go club, how my wife feel, what would my wife think, I go think, find a way of balancing it. When I was young, nothing like balance. Anything I want to do, I could just do them. There was, now when I run church, the kind of women they throw to me, now another level. When I was younger, I had that attention. But if to say I get them when I did young, I get now, enough people where I go down, just declare up and down. There needs to be some level of maturity and sense of responsibility. You don't have it at 24. Forget it. You don't have it. Then sometimes you can have control with the opposite gender. But then you know go fit manage money. Then you know go fit manage. A woman is not just benching. You need to understand that she don't come the charge, you go just leave her. You know go follow her and quarrel. Sometimes you go leave her. Sometimes that's the way she want begin the ginger, you could just leave her. At 24, I no go leave you. We go enter inside that shoe together. You dey craze, we dey craze together. And with woman, you know they walk. There's a level of maturity you need to have to live with a woman. Now, some men mature early, some mature late. But you can never, as a man, be mature by 24. Is a lie. Anybody that's saying it is a liar. Say you and woman go they live every day. Nobody say once in a while, now can't spend 2 weeks. So say you and woman they live every day at 24. You will run mad and you will run the woman mad. The 12 now go enter streets. Agbawaleri.
DF, hello.
Oh yeah, that's your to one ile.
The fathers taking care of themselves.
Anywhere you want to enter from, the floor is yours.
Okay, we could just pick one after the other. For being married early, I mean, there are certain things that really comes with age, and you cannot skip the stages, Even if you are very matured, even from your mother's womb, there is a way dealing with a woman that's, been raised from a different family, and you from a different background coming together. That's gonna press your immaturity button out. So
as in,
yeah.
Oh my try is like going to trial.
Yeah. You would have been, at least been able to deal with one small relationship of 3 weeks, 1 month in the house and all that. Waking up next to the person and you're like, what? Yeah, that the person I had to marry or the date with this. It goes a long way. But definitely, of course, the except for the law that stipulates being an adult at the age of 18. But of course, there's nothing to really rush into because you would have been depriving yourself of a whole lot of things to learn from. That's why you hear some people say they have had their fair share. And I'm not talking about, doing Iran Curio like philandering around. But of course, you have to, enjoy that early adult
Philandering,
age.
yeah, go
Very
one
important.
way is important
Yes.
sometimes.
I mean, well, I mean, not because, philandering may amount to, past, and there are some parts that are quite dirty that, we can't bojukurumbe if, you have to be, taken into account later on. But importantly, enjoy, do not rush into it, take your time, find the one that you think is right for you, somebody you kind of align. We spoke about this the other day, talking about, dreams. If your own are to travel to see the world around, you cannot be with somebody who is just, docile and wants to be, in a sport. You have to have like some kind of, similar goals. We'll talk. I mean, that's being said. But now, for men, to be honest with you, men need to take care of themselves sincerely. Why not? We did it. You will look at it from many angles. Women gain sympathy from their children because of that bond they share. And we're going to be setting a double standard saying a man needs to be available emotionally while he still needs to look forward to eat for everybody in the house. There's this saying that I say that kids want it now, wife wants it now, parents want it now. Then who gives it the man now? Nobody. He has to fend for himself. Now, while trying to do this, the children are fine, the bills get paid. Nobody really cares, but they are looking at it that the man still has to be available. Now, all these things over the year, the children are closer. And when the time comes, the children naturally believe everything is being done by their mother because, she has dominated, their each and individual emotional space. Now, when you get
Hmm.
older, these children would, move on, go to their own homes, get married. When they are calling for Mugo, you will never be there.
They will not call you.
Yes, they will never. I mean, it's not even rational for you to be, let's say, a 65-year-old man, and you're okay, enjoying retirement, and now the next person to be called to come and do omugo or baby taking care of during when your kids have children. You're not going to be the one, it's your wife. And now that takes me to a point that I've been, I talk about it with friends and say, okay, when that time comes, you're literally going back to become a bachelor again, because your wife will go for 6 months. Now, who
Whose
will be
wife will
taking
go
care
for
of you?
6 months? How?
Baba, you don't get control over that thing.
Baba, you get to, you don't they want your children down from young. We no try am. I did one church one day, one pastor preach am as message. So Baba, I will borrow you my wife to you. Telling children, I'll borrow my wife to you for 2 weeks. After that, she comes back. Ah. After that, she
I
comes
hope it
back.
happens like that at that time. But yeah,
Ah.
okay, let's say this. That's You're looking at a situation that is, let's say your children end up being abroad, and now, let's say, they have this very tasking. Even abroad they give them maternity leave of up to 8 months in certain states. For instance, America, in the UK, by a year. Now, mhm. And at the end of the day, by the time they
Wale,
really need
as
your
my
wife.
mother be, my mother is 70 years old. My mother is a vice chancellor of a university. My mother does not have 2 weeks to stay with anybody. She know my mama won't go stay 6 months with person. If you see my mama for 2 weeks, you go happy. Me way I won't marry. My mama say she gets a conference for Germany. Now quarrel. I take tell my mama tell me say I say well, I no talk on time. Oh, say she get conference for Germany. Your pikin won't marry. My
But
mother
dear,
had
if
to
you know,
postpone a conference or cancel a conference.
but dear, if you know by now, Mama ought to have been retired, but because she has this vital role she's playing in the university, and that is not a common situation. What do I mean by that? At their age, at that age, they are retired. They just want to, spend time with their old spouses, or at best be with their children, because they will keep going on, vacation,
Let me tell
rotating
you the
from
grace that I have. My father is 80. We are forcing him to retire at 80.
still working.
My father is still working and he still wants to work.
He's a doctor now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Afe
they don't
Babalola
really
is
have
95. His children will even tell you that he's older than that. Afe Babalola still they work. So
Doctors, lawyers do not have retirement.
they don't have
Per
retirement.
se. Yeah.
My wife owns a school and she's a businesswoman. Dangote no get retirement too.
Businessmen no
They
get
get
retirement.
retirement. So she and my wife where they drag come sleep for 12 midnight. My wife go tell you say she want walk out. Now that 12 midnight time my wife go get up say she want go walk out. Now I go tell her say no, we are going to bed. You want to walk out, so we will now go to bed at 1 a.m. No. I have more time than my wife. If anybody go do omugo, now me.
You go fit? Yes.
But the problem is I don't know what they do. I know sabi carry pikin. Nothing I fear for my life like pikin. Until pikin na 6 months, so if you put and make it sit down, even my own children, I don't touch them. I they run from them. I know if you carry me neck good like me, they can't say now you bend the neck. Baba, they give me panic attack to carry pikin. Even baby freeze, I don't carry him until it was like 4 months. When don't they sit down, they do ba. Me and I'm doing that.
So, importantly, men need to keep a good amount of money in place for themselves towards retirement and this, envisaged age, because there's no way. I mean, I know some children, and again, female children, they kind of, like their father more. So there is a stance
They
that
like their father more. They love their father more, but they'll buy a car for their mother first.
And because there's still that connect about their mother always trying to get into their head of, I carried you for 9 months, and every now and then they are buying them what do you call it, candy and ice cream. Those children, Yoruba so and at the end of the day, who not be rakara, it came from somewhere. So no matter what happens, men should think about it. Keep something for yourself towards old age. These children, including me, I did it at some point in time, but I realized that I neglected the part thinking my dad wasn't needy. So later on, maybe about the last 10 to 13 years, I said, no, it shouldn't be like that, because they both have, equal access to me, and whatever I have to do to them should be equal as well. Now, men are endangered. They are in the world today. One of the species that is really endangered is men. Look at it from this angle. The number of jobs men will take on, what the task and responsibilities that's been saddled with, taking care of home, you have to be there mentally to guide people because you are regarded as a leader. Now, at work, you also have to be productive. At the end of it all of this is, demanded from you. And the time will come in your life that as strong and as, real agile you are, you become weak and, maybe helpless. Yes, of course, rich men rarely be, how do I mean? They will have all these people around them to take care of things, stewardess, cook, driver here and there. But at the end of the day, they are not family, and they don't really look after these people as if they are from them or they are blood relations. So know this and know peace. But if you keep a good amount of money, live a healthy life as a youngster till your old age, you'll be able to travel around the world. My own plan, I say, when my children don't go settle, their mama want they do omugo, which, like I said, you may not really be able to control the number of months or time they will be. I just want to fly around the
I go
world.
control
But
my
by
own.
that time,
Now, I want to take you back to healthy life.
yeah.
Hulk Hogan in workout though. They say you need muscle mass, you need this. Hulk Hogan still by you.
And well, of course, everybody has a designated time. As Muslims, we do not think about death as a loss or anything like that, because no matter how much, the Quran told us that we will be tested with a lot of things, including by. So living a healthy life, okay, DF, let's say this. If you live recklessly, and now God now says you will live long, and now you're stuck with some kind of ailment. I mean, who caused that? You caused it. Now God gave you long life. We wouldn't know that until then. But now you have lived recklessly. Now you are not gonna that lifeline is not gonna cut until the designated time. But now you are stuck with passing you right through catheter, having to live on insulin for the most part. What again? All kind of manner of things. There are terminal illnesses that comes with age, of course. But live a decent life. Uh, Whatever it will shall keep you going. And if you still live healthy to your pie, it's still okay, because at the end of the day, we don't know what we need inside grave. But mine is that take care of yourself, keep money. The children you want to raise, if you exit today, they will still live and become somebody later in life, depending on what has been written for them in their destiny. Have a plan for yourself and have a plan for the family. If you focus more on the family and neglect yourself, someday you will, and you see the reason why some parents will start crying and start saying, oh, this child that I spent my whole life taking care of, is because you gave all and you had expectation. But have plans for yourself and give something very decent according to your capabilities. Then let them navigate life, because of course you cannot avoid them making their own life mistakes and learn from it. If you want to say I'll provide everything so that my child will not, that child will eventually become what do you call it? This the ones that you unfeed. They won't be able to navigate life. They won't be able to understand.
Jackie Chan said something. Jackie Chan said something. He said he's not giving any of his money to his child. And they now asked him why. He said, if his child doesn't know what to do with the money, then he'll lose his money.
Absolutely.
And if the child knows what to do with money, he'll make his money. So why is he giving him money? He should, if he gives him money, you either lose it. And if he knows how to do what to do with it, because I'm sure Jackie Chan go, they look the boy go sit down for house, they smoke igbo. Because one time the boy smoke igbo, where Jackie Chan go need to apologize to the government on top in Peking where they smoke. Yeah. Jackie Chan has broken every single bone in his body to act the movie where he act. There's no bone in his body that he has not broken. So him break all the bone for him body, take do him movie. Then one Peking where they smoke igbo go come collect all the money. Jackie Chan say he's giving everything to charity, to people who did not have the opportunity. Say don't raise him Peking reach where him Peking day. Say from where him Peking day. Say if the Peking should lose his money, say it will pain him. Let him lose his own money. Let him make his own money. Then when he's done making it, go and lose it. Of course, at the end of the day, now still garage, go still leave the boy something. Maybe if he leave out $2 million, $3 million out of him 600 million.
And also to buttress that, do you know that I read a book that talked about wealth in usually to grow wealth and to keep it going is within the span of 0 to 30 years. Let's say the person that's growing, it starts off hustling, trying to build something. It cannot overnight, at least give him 10 years to come to that point where we say he's wealthy. Then now give him another 20 years, by that time, at least he's approaching like 50 something, max 80, he has that wealth. Now, if he passes it on to the next generation that never learned his craft, his skills, or trade or whatever he does, or are just not, they careless, that wealth cannot last more than another 10 years. Because one, those ones never really understood what it means to work and to be able to, amass wealth. They will just squander it. They will, like I always tell people, rich men don't spend anyhow. The people with the biggest bargaining power are the billionaires. They don't throw their money around anyhow like that, because they understood what it takes to make at least $1 to become $10. So it's a whole different. But hey, just train them.
Because me, I say it all the time. There is no Dangote's child that is 10% of Dangote. There is no Adenuga's child. They are still just doing okay. Apart from Femi Otedola, where Papa get money, where blow. Where are Biola's children?
Those ones. They are doing content now.
They do the same content where they do. Where my partner get money. So you see that formula, that belief, and mostly women share that. Oh, I'll give my child everything. If you give your child everything, you are setting your child up for failure.
Absolutely.
Is a setup, because logic says it does not work like that. Because I will ask you, where are Babangida's children? Hey, somebody just bought me a swan. Thank you, Angel. Where are all those people? Where rule us? Where are their children today? Have you heard that their children did something out of this world?
Yeah,
one governor where they serve now in Peking, they dance. He join in Peking, the two of them they dance. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but she not the people one big person, Papa na be that.
TikTok, where you my shake baby? I'm sorry, I just being goofy. But to be honest, dear, do you know that I agree that adversity creates strong men, and tough time makes people real tough.
Yes, no.
When they have everything, trust me, there's no way. There is no long. They can ride and be high flyers, be with the biggest who is in town. But a phase is coming whereby you won't be there no more, and they are doing all of these things on your wealth. But I've seen somebody who came from almost nothing. There's this guy that wrote his stories in the UK now. He was living in a hut. I didn't believe at that age that they still huts about 25 years ago, like modern huts. And he moved from that, brown, red hut, all the way, found himself in the UK through scholarship here. I think that boy even went around to Napoli, Tripoli, Libya. Then, had a way to cross. Now today, he's one of the biggest inventors in the UK. He did something, what's that thing they did? Very innovative. So at the end of it all, because he had a vision and his condition wasn't really that good, and he had that determination to be there. What determination would a child that has everything wants to have? Except it's very rare. Out of every 100, maybe like 3 or 10 tops that will say, okay, well, they already have everything they want. What does he want to work for?
Thank you. Oh yeah, over to Sama. Sama, baby. Oh yeah. More hear you. You don't take since we see you.
Sama, how you doing?
Good evening. Good evening, please. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, my darling.
I was trying to ask that brother, what are they? Please remind me of your name.
Wale.
Yes.
Wale.
Okay, Mr. Wale. Sorry for that. You were saying something about women and men, about mothers. Now the priest said, okay, no, let me direct it first to you. You're very close to your mom, from all indication. You've told us so many stories. It's always, but they fight, mama they support. So if your mom, let's say, if she doesn't have a life, or if she didn't have a life, okay, and she's not doing her thing, let's say if she's not a hardworking career woman, yeah, if all things were equal, let's just say she had that typical Niger women mentality where she's not working, she's dependent on her children. Does it mean that you will not give her things first before your father?
I will most probably give her things before my dad, because mothers know how to be emotional and they will wind you up, and at the end of the day, you understand what I'm telling you, is a normal thing. Is a normal thing. Okay. And that is why I'm telling men to take care of themselves. Because women will not take care of you, and children will take care of their mother first. Even if their mother was not particularly good to them, they will always remember their mother, because their mother will suffer for what they remember is when they don't remember the money. They remember you crying and your mother petting you. That's what they remember.
But female, like Wale said here, women, when it comes to this children thing, women girls are for their father and boys are for their home. So this is not to say that men don't get taken of by their female children.
What I'm saying is they will never take care of you to the point of the way they pamper their mothers.
It's because men, I think it's because of the way the society see men and how we kind of want men, the kind of where we place them to be, just like when they say men don't cry. And I always tell any man around me, for example, sometimes I've seen people get so emotional and be like, I mean, I met somebody some time ago at the childcare. He was just there crying because of what he's going through with his wife. And I could see a full-grown man shedding tears. And I told him, when he saw me trying to hide his tears, I told him, it's okay for a man to cry. It's okay for you to let your emotions out. So I think our fathers, most of them, like, this is the same thing they do at home. Even when they go through their own struggle, they try to hide it away from their children. They try to be under that, perception that men don't cry. And then mothers know how to come out and
Me,
cry.
I will always
theirs out and
disagree
make
with
people
you.
very known.
I always disagree with you when it comes to men crying. While say you they cry.
No, you don't. No, I'm saying that they tend to hide it. That it freeze.
In my corner.
Exactly.
Let me say
But you see, the guy was trying to cry.
Their emotions like they're not human.
Do you know that we agree that men are a beacon of hope in their homes, including their wives are even looking up to them, right? If you are overwhelmed and break down, it would take somebody that has the love of a mother, genuine one. Your wife cannot love you like your mother. And somebody who understands that at this point you are really pressed, not to look as if you are a weakling at that moment.
Exactly, you're right.
And now a time is coming. After that time out, things are back in order. The way you broke down that day, I open my wow, that woman will look at you and
okay.
Look at you.
Mr. Wale, if women are quick to say men too, they like a puppy, you go carry and put man for mouth. Why can't that man shed tears when he's emotionally affected? Why would you have to use it against him?
Baba, why will you that question?
Because this is because they are humans. The fact that they are bearing that.
I'm sure in your home, you don't want to see your man vulnerable because you want to hold him that that's your.
Mr. Wale, if I see my man shed tears, he's gonna break me. It's not gonna break me because I'll be ashamed of him or what, but I'll ask myself,
Baba, let me tell you something. There's nothing in this life that is worse. There's nothing in this life.
I'm going to change by fire by force.
There's nothing in this life that is worse than a woman's mouth. This same woman that will tell you, don't worry. That's how you were crying that day. Baba, trust the woman at your risk, at your own peril.
What is it saying? So in other words, that's why she's not.
Wa dancing wa masukun. O ma dele tan sin wa bu sekun.
But it's not good for them to break down and express their feelings.
Woman.
Here you are saying men should take care of themselves. You see, because our fathers tend to hide it. They hide their emotions, their feelings, the struggle.
Is it no
person just Samaria, person just clap for me. You go cry in front of woman. The woman go pet you, go do everything. One day, she go change her for you. Tell you saying, then you now start crying.
That day, now you don't lose your hand.
They will demote you from a general. They will demote you from a general. Woman where you plan to cheat on, you won't cry in front of him. You move.
Okay.
Or woman where you want to try to say that maybe the head of this household, you go look and say you head. My sister, that cry. If you
nothing, the fact that you shed a tear doesn't mean that you shouldn't say it.
Samaria, to be honest with you, no matter what my emotions do, me normally, what I know they really in my eyes like that. No, I don't.
You see, so after when these hard men, you not expect the children not to be emotionally manipulated by their mom.
Don't get me wrong. Being hard, to be emotional has nothing to do with that. If I ever get overwhelmed, so I get like two major ways of getting things, just out of it, letting out. Either I quietly go somewhere and sit And at that moment, a whole bunch of emotions will be running through me. Of course, it feels like, crying and screaming. But at that point in time, one or two verses that I know that I can, recite, that can calm me down, I'll do it. Then, tops, I'll call my mother. But I cannot vent to her because I'm, conscious of the fact that she's aged. Me being worried might get her worried because of, high blood pressure. I just want to have like a small. Ideally, me and my mother don't really talk. We can talk about important things, then that's it. But at that point, I want to just, talk and just gist and, start asking for who about this person? So at that time, by the time we speak for a minute, it brings back, some old bond of, okay, when I was growing up, all those things.
Mr. Wale, can I ask you a question?
Level things. I'm listening.
How about the men that will come and lie and cry when they wrong a woman, when you catch them cheating and they're lying, the next day they cry again?
They are hypocrites. Those ones, and remember that crocodile tears. That one don't mean that. See, any man, wait things happen. Whether he won't collect something or he wronged you, and he start to cry. Just me personally, I say I'm like actor. You understand what I mean? Some women, say women don't like truth. That cry or that tears when the man share, he go down begin to catch the woman and he cry. Of course, remember saying
no one will they cry like Taste Buds X. That one's a big cry.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, one character no dey in body.
On this line, please.
Oh my goodness. I think the thing that make me feel
he cry everywhere. No way.
We dey see the cry baby for blood.
No, you can be seen. I mean, do you even know that if you're really down, you can talk to your wife by saying, "Oh man, things." And there's one thing again, while you're trying to exhibit that vulnerability, please, there are certain informations you don't want to, because remember, you are the beacon of hope. They are looking up to you. Except it's at the point whereby well, now at this point I can't do nothing. You have to take over. Then you can explain it. Do not ever let your wife believe say hope no day again. Hope no day. Last some problem. We go see the level of chaos we go up anywhere. Even the people will be religious people. I don't hear them. I don't see my uncle 60-something-year-old where would they talk when they tell me say the minute where in talk say somebody duped him. The wife just begin to do anyhow. I say, So you
every night they find trouble. That why? It's a big find trouble.
My
you
work.
don't help me with that thing when you say.
Not my work.
Well, I love men that emotionally express themselves,
but not crying.
Yeah. If you have to cry it out, baby. That's fine.
Wait first.
That will not stop you from being a man.
You really?
I will not use it against you.
You think so?
I think because we crave opposite of what we don't have. Because I know I can be mean, a bit tough. So when I find the opposite of me, I tend to love it more. I guess that's what it is. Because for me, I know I'm not expressive, right? So I admire it when I see someone else like that.
You like someone crying?
I didn't say I like someone crying, just like as I know that I'm not a soft-spoken person. So when I find somebody who is soft-spoken...
Do you see a man as a leader, as a lover?
Yeah. If he's able to lead, if he knows what he's leading.
Okay, well, I mean, so now, if he knows what he's leading, what do I mean? What do you mean by that?
Do you need to be told, Mr. Wale, that there are people who don't know what they're doing? If you know what... Yeah, enjoy. There are men that do not know what they are leading, though.
Okay, but you don't want to, you are not...
Because I want to, you see, this is what I always talk about when people ask me what kind of a man am I looking for. And I always try to make it known or make them understand that I'm used to doing a lot of things for myself. I'm very independent, to an extent. So I love to have somebody around me who knows his onions. If you do not know your onion, I won't feel comfortable.
It's open-ended. Okay? Saying that it's open-ended. Can you bring it home Can you relate?
Let's say, for example, right?
What about person with a
let's say,
bean
for example,
tomato, but you don't know onion?
Lady, please. Let's say, for example, I'm in my house. I'm with my girl. I sleep with one eye open. It's not because anything is going to happen, but security-wise, I feel like I should protect her. Okay? At any slightest thing, I'm up and active. Now, let's say there is a man in this house, and he is a man that knows his onion. I would sleep and forget my responsibility. But if I have a man in the house that is a weakling, then it's like I'm doing two persons' job because I'm protecting both him and I'm protecting my daughter.
Does it make him less of a man?
So yeah, instead I should give you an example. I just gave you a tip of an iceberg. Like this is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, if you know there are men, for example, that you know that okay, if you're not, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you know your partner, you're like, you know what, I may not be there, or I may not have remembered to whisper this to my partner, but behind me or behind, I know this is what he or she would say. They will pick the right, they will make the right choice. You know they got this.
Yeah.
Do you not understand my point? So if you want to be, if you have to be a leader, I mean, nobody should know it all. Let's, for example, if you, I mean, let's say you're a pilot, and then I'm into health. I don't know nothing about aviation. So when there are certain conversations or there are certain things you'll be saying, I'll be listening because I know nothing about that. I need to learn. So the fact that this is your field and this is my field does not mean you should know everything in the world, but having knowing the basic things is very important. So being able to be around somebody, when I mean somebody who knows his onion, I mean somebody who is, even if they don't know, they're able to be smart, be able to know when to know, or, make research without being dense. So if the question you asked me, if I would want my man to be a leader or something, of course I can be a follower and I can also be a leader. It depends on the scenarios. If you're unable to step up, I got to step up, right? But if I know that you got this, then I will relax and sit back and watch and just be your backup plan.
Okay, well, I mean, that's great, but there's a thing about, I mean, from what you said, so allowing people to lead is not because they are the best. Do you know that great followership encourages a good leader? What do I mean by that? If I want to lead you because we agreed that's the pattern or that's the chain of command, not necessarily like military, but let's use that word. But now, you that I want to lead, you are proving to know more. You are not allowing me lead. That leadership is going to be a failure. You know that. That's, dragging wheels side by side as you want to have two.
I use Nigeria and the government as an. You just use Nigeria and the government in throwing this thing, in this explanation. Throw it in there, let's see.
I did it. So, for instance, let me say the analogy of your daughter being in the house and your man being in the house, you will sleep with your eyes closed because you believe it's spontaneous, it's the man that's security conscious, it looks after, okay, fine, that's the right thing to do for every man. But
not every man, though. That means you don't understand what I was trying to say.
It's an exception.
See the thigh of the chicken.
Before I
the drumstick.
every night in my subconsciousness,
like
I walk to the door to the entrance of the house.
We just had some, don't worry.
Do you understand what I'm saying? In my subconsciousness, I don't even need to be told. I walk to the door to.
Sama baby, the turkey where you get for America, they like this one, not GMO. That way, not chop, not GMO.
Enjoy. No worry. I remember some. I don't eat them pie. I can't leave some for plate safe. Okay, Mr. Wale.
So
now, you did. Okay.
When you see a man that does not have those attributes, is an exception to the general rule. It's not a common thing. You have to look at their background. Men protect, provide, and also love, including the children or people that are attached to the marriage. Now, when you have a situation like that, if you are not careful, you may have sent them into that corner. What do I mean by this? Women, even your own children that you had with them biologically, they begin to want to show you how to train them, how to do things. Some men,
God will bless you,
want
Wally.
to engage further. They just sit back. You understand what I mean?
That's a different thing. Mm-hmm.
Now, you have tried to, what do you call this? You have tried to interrupt their pattern of leadership. Let them do it, however, because you already have them in your space. You trust them. Let them do it however they know how to do it. But you know there's an underlying factor that they won't hurt anybody. They will see me and you going from Maryland to Houston. We can at least take 4 different routes from northeast to south to arrive at Houston. We do not necessarily have to take the route that is stipulated or that is known by everybody. So in essence, if we are not careful in trying to have our men lead, and now we want to, tell them how to lead, of course you can advise, you can always guide them because we don't know it all. But when you challenge them in your subconsciousness, no, that's not how I want it. Or because you know a narrative or a pattern that it has to be done like that, you are challenging them. Some men, for instance, me, I will just answer, I'll be looking at you.
Mr. Wale, I do not. Let me tell you what happened. Well, I remember one time I went on a date.
Man, look after yourself. It won't matter again at anything over 60 how much you have trained your kids or how much you didn't. But do your best in making sure they are disciplined, get good education according to your capability, and keep something for yourself for those old gray days, because you'll be helpless. And trust me, they don't owe you. Like I said the other day, it is okay to take care of your parents because they have been nice to you growing up. But what if life has a different plan entirely? Because you see, we all want to become billionaires, but unfortunately, we are not all going to be billionaires.
Less than 0.5% of the world will become billionaires.
What if those children grow up and life has a different plan? We always want to think about the positivity. Let me tell you something here. Sunday I was talking to my friend. I said, how about we start teaching our own children about winning and losing? A matter of fact, winning has value and meaningful because loss gave it to you. So life is about winning and losing. And when you lose, it does not mean the end of the road. A matter of fact, when you lose several times, when you eventually win, it makes more sense and you cherish it. Now, in between knowing this, what if your children end up not winning? At that time, you need them the most.
Thank you.
See children that have gone to MIT, they've gone to MIT, they can write books from today to tomorrow. It still hasn't amounted to money or wealth for them. They can barely take care of themselves. They are scholarly, yes, but they don't have that power of, what do you call it? The money value for it. So now, at that point, what will happen to you? No help, no faith, no savings. Gray old days will be frustrating. Yeah, one of my greatest fear living abroad, of course, I know I won't even be here at that time, is somebody to commit me to, what do you call these things? All these aged homes. What do you call it? Sobriety homes. I begin on pay one. Yeah, me, I know in that home, if they put me there, even if it's 5-star, I'll be crying. I will cry. I can find a way to go and buy something outside and quickly end.
Mr. Wele, you should also be encouraging men to take care of their family, take care of their children, take care of their wives. Because the truth is this: most of these men, okay, most men out there, they do a lot of things when they think they are young, they are able to do it. The children are watching. You're talking about, you see, the kids who watch you, they watched how many times their mom cried at night. They watched how many times their father's voices were raised, okay? They're hanging in there waiting for the day they will be independent and move on well, so they can take their mom and separate them away from their father. And then it will not look as if their father is being abandoned. So men should be able to know that whatever goes up will come down. Age does not come down, it goes up.
Samaria.
Whatever you do right now, the kids are watching. When that time comes, you see them trying to give their mom the things they felt or they feel their mom lacked.
Samaria, let me ask you.
Our
So
men.
their mom, the number of
That's
times
me.
their mom cried at night, the number of times they were raising voices. That's the father's blame, right?
A lot of, let me tell you, Mr. Wale, yeah, a lot of people, a lot of children growing up, they saw their father with other women. They saw their mom quarreling their father for giving the food meant for them or money meant for food items to someone else out there, to another woman, to Mama Ifan, Mama this, Mama that. They saw some of those things, but they were helpless. They couldn't say anything. They only kept quiet. Later time in the future, they know where to wait. They wait at the exit. So some of these things, men, because they feel, okay, this is time for me to do this. I'm young. I'm the one earning the money. I'm the one providing for the family. Therefore, I have the rights to do what I want to do. They behave anyhow, forgetting that they don't need
I don't know about a man who.
Especially our men. You and I know this. We don't need to lie about this. You now, if I ask you, this is not to be disrespectful, but if I ask you now, you can say, okay, you don't catch your papa 1 or 2 times back then. Those of us watching this will say this or doing that. Most of those things we saw it, our mom may not have known, or we may have only heard them quarrel about it, but that does not mean we did not see it or we did not hear her complain. Now, when you grow as an individual, as a human, after going through series of heartbreaks in life, the woman disappointed you, a man disappointed you, and all that, you now begin to see, okay, so that thing my daddy did then, that my mom did then, that really. Now you start trying to compensate for the things that were done wrong to them. It happens. Somebody said my papa do. Okay. And so don't tell me that in a situation like this, they will not have the mind to say, Mommy, you know what? Come out, I beg. See, women are very unforgiving. Women are very revengeful, they don't forget. They wait for you. When you need them most, that's when they will disappoint you. They will leave, they will run away. They'll be like, hey, let me enjoy. Pay back for the things you did to them when
you finally put an end to the whole argument. You heard what you said. They don't forgive when you need them the most. Even if you do.
No, they don't forgive when you need them, but I'm just telling you, they're very revengeful. They know where to wait for you. If they don't do it, their children will help them do it. Their children will be like, it's not the man we're always fighting with, the man we're always quarreling with. We remember when daddy used to do this. His mommy used to do that, blah, 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 blah. Mommy, come out, please.
I want to ask you this. So, a woman, you would have offended her one time, or whatever time, right?
Which one time? It's not one time. Go and check them. It's not one time.
No be. Okay, many times. And it go day, when I go see they spend your money.
Nah, them, nah.
It go day.
Nah, them.
So when
I want to end, but before I end, I want to say something.
For children is not training.
Samaria say, wait. Samaria say, men should take care of their families. I want to submit one evidence to the table. Beyonce's father, he sold his house and he sold his car, his Jaguar.
English people don't correct me for this thing.
He sold his house and he sold his car for Beyonce.
Yeah.
Did Beyonce not abandon him?
Why?
Because he cheated on her mother. Did he cheat on Beyonce?
Finito.
You know the psychological effect that may have come up?
Forget psychological effect. Beyonce was a financial transaction. To grow a girl band needed money. Somebody put the money down. And somebody grew that money. And when...
Can we look at the root cause of what caused the father to cheat? Rather than,
Let's even imagine, my own is, let's even imagine he cheated. If I can sell my house and sell my car and use the money to turn you into something, you owe me something. Anything, you feel no follow me talk, but you no go abandon me. They no born you well.
You know, there may be more to the reason behind that, because we are just saying
listen, Wale, person selling. If to say, hold on, if to say that man no selling house and in car, Beyonce for no become Beyonce.
Nothing will become Beyonce.
So we don't agree that one. If to say that man not selling house and he not selling car, Beyonce for day McDonald's where she dey flip burgers today because she not to go school like that.
She go down at supervisor stage by now.
Well, all I know, the women do not forget.
Okay, let me ask you this, Samaria. You
They
have a
don't
brother,
forget.
right? Do you have a brother? Okay. So, let's say your brother is that wonderful man, provides, take care of the family. We are humans. We are prone to make mistakes or, just get sloppy in between. It doesn't matter. And your brother mistakenly, something happened beyond his control, buying somebody. This man that has been that wonderful guy did everything, ensure the children get the best education. And now later on in life, the woman cried one night or two because she's so emotional and to be able to forgive. And that turns the key against your brother. How would you, as a sister or an independent person, feel about this whole situation?
Okay, let me answer your question. Let's reverse the case. Let's reverse it. If you were the one that was cheated on as a man, your wife cheated on you, would you have forgiven her? Or will you forgive?
I will not forgive her, but does not mean that I have her business in my hand.
Let me answer. It's okay. You answer. Please answer.
See, if me and woman do business, if me and woman do business, her share na 30%, my share na 20%. Because and you see, there's a difference between I give you 30% of my company, and the two of us actually you brought 30,000, I brought 40,000. Now we take grow the company. If na me dash you, I go take them back. If you cheat on me, I dash you 10% of my shares, I will take it back from you. But if I own a company and you brought in your money and that money you brought in was the equivalent of 10% of the shares, I will not cheat you on it. You understand the difference?
That is okay, no problem. Still answer the question. If you get cheated on, will you forgive?
Okay. So
I don't forgive cheating. You understand?
Okay, Mr. Wale.
Cheating.
I answer.
Cheating is a deal breaker for all men.
But you need to understand. That the way men and women are wired is different. Women, they condone cheating. Unless no. Like John will say, if I cheat, you are going, and if you cheat, you are still going. Now you go still go. Let me tell you something. 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 If you start equating women with men, now women go still cry. Because men will always be all right.
I'm not equating them. I'm just trying to answer the question he asked me. Based on what he asked me to.
You asked another question in return. So I noted that.
Exactly.
Me, I cannot forgive cheating.
No one should be punished for no mistake is no cheating is a mistake. No, but no one should be
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Do you know that if a man cheats and a woman cheats, a woman is 10 times more likely to catch HIV?
Yeah, of course, we know that.
So why are you now making it the same? If me I cheat and you cheat,
now, this is not to say that we encourage cheating in a particular gender.
Somebody said, what kind of bias? Wait now.
If the woman is on top of the man, the man is also going to get it.
Like, it doesn't matter. It's not like that. The mucous membrane of a man is only the tip. The entire woman's canal is a mucous membrane.
It does not open that it freeze.
The circumference of what can go and Google. I'm telling you science. You follow me argue.
And you see the way the male organ is. You see the way the male organ is.
Wait.
There's no way they are going to.
Wait, let it freeze. Wait.
Not be the women
like you're saying, with the opening like this, and a woman on the top like this with the whole mini water.
For how long?
Yeah.
For how long?
The opening, it will not go.
See, the whole, you see, you are talking of one opening.
So why are both genders getting it? Apart from even, so if the man also has an injury, any cut,
if he has a, but you see, now you need to understand that
getting it in that case.
If the man has a cut, the entire woman's canal is a cut.
regardless that you're free. So if the
A
man
woman
is
does
in
not
there
need
and
to
there
have
is
a
no
cut.
protection and the opening is there, and a woman is sitting right on
The
top
risk
of it
level
without
of a
witness, the man will not
man
get it.
It's very, very
is
low
very
compared to a
low.
woman. Very, very.
Very low compared to I'm giving okay, hold on. All right, hold on. Let's walk, because I want to get to the point where a man cheating and a woman cheating is the same. It's the Western ideology. Me and you are married. I sleep with somebody, she gets pregnant. You sleep with somebody, you get pregnant. You are not going to have to deal with the woman I got pregnant. I'll be normal with you. I will have to deal with a woman somebody else got pregnant, because you are going to carry the baby. It's never the same thing. Make it make sense. If I sleep with a woman is pregnant, my hormones, my emotions, everything will be the same. But once you get pregnant, it's from the moment you get pregnant, you will begin to vomit, you will begin to add weight, you will begin to get stretch mark, you will begin to go through.
This regardless does not mean that is the right thing. Cheating is the right thing to do, or it should be accepted.
Nobody said it is.
Nobody's saying it. But I will also not sit down and agree that we can equate the two. Anybody that is telling that is equating the two is using Western brain to look at life, and we can see where the Western world is. That's why everybody don't turn agege
It's not
people now.
about what was done. It's about the trust that gets broken.
Yes,
do you know that? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Samaria, hold on. According to Christianity, Islam, at least according to the Bible, according to Islam, according to Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Efik, Fulani tradition, these are all the major Nigerian traditions. Steve, men are allowed to be polygamous by nature. They are allowed. It is allowed. Mention one Nigerian tribe that you come from, or I come from, that condones
We're not talking
a
about
woman
tradition.
cheating.
We're talking about moral rights. I'm not talking about. I'm not basing this based on tradition.
Come back. I'm going to take you on a moral walk now. Two men are on an island, right? One laughs at the other one's shoe. Only two on the whole island. Nobody's there. And the other one picks up a rock and buys him. Is he wrong?
Sorry, two men were not.
Two men were on an island. Only them did the island.
Okay.
Then one of them yap the other one shoe, say your shoe, can't laugh him. That one can't carry stone, knock him for head. He buy. The one will carry stone, knock the other one for head. Is he wrong?
Can I answer?
Well, no answer. You can answer that question based on two angles. It depends.
So what's the answer? Answer me. Is he wrong?
It depends how you decide to view it. Law will view it by this person did not.
My question, as you have brought out the word law, my question is which law? The law by the fishes? There are only two men. Who dictates law? There is no God.
The human law.
Which human law? Human law does not apply to two people that are on an island. Human law applies to people living in a certain society, and that law is subjective. The human law in America, the human law in America says you can only sleep with a girl that is 18 and above. In France, it's as low as 16.
Well, he did hit him with a stone. Why would he laugh at him? He retaliated. He aggravated him.
So my question is, what morality are you going to use to judge these two people? Is it the morality of fish? Is it the morality of birds? Because the only other thing that they have are fish, birds, grass, and every other thing. So what I'm trying to tell you is that morality that you are bringing to the fore is a subjective morality. You are choosing that morality as the right yardstick of morality. Because let me tell you something. In some countries, until recently in Saudi Arabia, women were not allowed to drive. And it was morally wrong for a woman to drive in Saudi Arabia. But we carry our, and we cannot say Saudi Arabia is worse off than America. We can't say it. So why do you carry Western ideology? I was following a documentary on Boko. You know what Boko people, that first guy we start Boko with by. What that that haram means bad.
Yeah.
Buku means Western education.
Yeah, that's
and
it's also
morality. What they were trying to say was they don't want Western ideologies, morality, standards, and this. There's a word Samaria used. What's that word?
Which one?
She said something that morally, they don't want Western morality. Because what you consider morality, there's nothing called universal morality. Morality is determined by, okay, there are 10 people. 2 people decide that we do it like this. They argue, they come to a conclusion. Or they have a book or a scripture from God or from a religious teaching that says, according to the Holy Quran, you cannot do this. According to the Bible, you cannot do this. But in the absence of scripture, in the absence of religion, in the absence of elders, in the absence of other people, morality now becomes what I choose to be moral.
Absolutely.
So morality becomes self-determined in the absence of enforcement or decision making. You have a judge, you have police, you have lawyers to influence, to assist. When there's none of that present, what dictates morality? And you cannot tell me good or bad, because even Adam and Eve in the garden did not know the difference between good and bad. It was until they ate whatever it is that they ate that they knew the difference between good and bad. So that brings us to a subjective confluence that throws light on both the yes, it is Western morally right to whatever you do to a woman should be done to a man. But if you look at the whole of Africa, there are very few cultures that allow women to cheat. There are few and far between. 98% of African cultures are polygamous. Our 3 religions, the only 3 religions in this world that have one God, that is Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, have either established polygamy norms or they have fundamental polygamy situations that they later tried to change, but it was there in their culture. Abraham was polygamous, David was polygamous, Solomon was polygamous. So when you bring, personally, here's what I believe. The reason why I won't cheat on my wife is because I would not want my wife to cheat on me. But that's a personal belief. Maybe if I were a lot richer, I can decide that I want to marry more than one wife.
It is not your own morals.
That's, like I said, that's my own morals. I will not impose it on you. I will not impose it on Wale.
Okay.
For my own life, I believe I don't like a woman cheating on me. If you cheat on me, I know if you forgive you. So I will not cheat on you because I don't like it. But like I said, that does not have to do with any holy book or any law. It's just what me personally feels. And if Wale feels different, if Wale feels it's okay for him to have a girlfriend and he knows how to manage it, I will never judge him. But I will judge a woman that cheats. I will judge a woman that cheats. I will not judge a man that cheats. I will not cheat. I will try my best not to cheat. But I will judge a woman that cheats because according to the traditions of my ancestors and how I was raised, it is something that was frowned upon. Finish.
Yeah. And let me.
So you were saying, let me just go back to what let's.
Do you know that it is codified in this country that you can only be married to one woman at a time? And average America during their lifetime will end up practicing polygamy, but it's gonna be intermittently.
Yeah.
One at a time, okay.
Now intermittent fasting. Well, while day don't break, make I go sleep. Sama baby, when I still day early for America. What's the time where you are now?
You still did not answer my question, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, ask that question again quickly.
Go and sleep. The same question I asked. Okay, you answered yours. Wale did not answer mine. I say ask him, if they cheat on you, would you forgive?
No.
No, yeah. Okay, so stop expecting women. Stop expecting women to keep
Why
forgiving.
would you pretend to
Let's stop
forgive and live with
justifying
it?
cheating in the
Waiting
name of
to
men are
punish
entitled
me
to it.
after 30 years. No, it's not possible.
No, men are not entitled
If you
to
don't want to be
cheating.
punished, then avoid
Samaria,
it. It's not just
Samaria,
about
Samaria. If your husband comes home one day and says he wants to take a second wife, that he doesn't want to cheat on you, but he wants to have a second wife, there's nothing you can say.
No, she will leave.
it's a choice. It depends. If either I say okay, go ahead, or I say okay, I'm leaving, so you go ahead.
Why should you say you are leaving? The only thing that will make you say you are leaving is because you live in America, and America people have influenced you. If you took this back 100 years ago, if we took this back 100 years ago and you were living in your village.
Yeah, at that time it was in existence, so no problems. I would tolerate it at that time because at that time I didn't have a choice.
If you look on the Instagram, you'll be seeing polyandry, this, but in a funny way. Now they are having multiple wives. See, maybe we just don't deceive ourselves. This thing, that's why we have too many unmarried women. Now, the ones who don't get husband,
Then I've seen women taking 2 husbands. Haven't you seen that?
According to what African culture do women take 2 husbands?
Everything is happening right now in the world.
In the America that you are in, not in the world. It doesn't happen in Nigeria.
Happening because what is good for 2?
America is not the yardstick for the world. America and its madness. It does not happen in China. It does not happen in Japan.
In Kenya, it does happen in South Africa. Let it freeze.
A woman marries more than one.
In South Africa. Now American
2
influence.
husbands.
Now American influence.
Now content creators will come online.
Thank you.
It's not content. It's not content.
My people, good
the
night.
One we saw in Nigeria. Do you see the one that happened in Nigeria the other day? I saw it on the news.
You saw a content
with
creator. Trust me, now content.
That wasn't content.
100%
People are doing it
content.
now.
Samaria, in our subconsciousness, I want you women to be back in your feminist,
But I answered your question. Should someone come to me tomorrow and say I'm taking a second wife, and that's not cool with me, we move. Okay. I may also take another husband. You take your own wife.
He might be cool with you.
Sorry? Is there no possibility there? If there's a genuine reason why that you should do that, then go ahead. But there's no reason for you to do that.
He doesn't see ODM specifically said that he doesn't want to cheat. We're looking at a normal situation.
Okay, just because he doesn't want to just pick it, cheating as a yardstick of it. Don't worry yourself, honey. I don't want to cheat.
We will meet tomorrow and we will continue with this conversation.
No doubt, yeah.
Sama, baby.
No, it's still there like 11 p.m. for our side.
I know. What's the time for your side? Like after 12?
12:09.
12:09. They look come.
Yeah, after 11 to 11 something. 11:09.
Samaria. Okay, Atlanta time is different from Detroit time. Abi, where are you, Wally?
No, I'm in Maryland. Atlanta is the same time with me. Detroit is.
No, I mean Houston. Samaria is in Houston.
She's 1 hour behind.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 11:09.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good night. 11:09, 12:09. My 5:09 for morning. We don't enter another day. People don't they wake up now. Now I want to go sleep. Good night, everybody.
See you tomorrow. God willing.